What is happening, guys? Welcome to FPL Tactics, where we look to master the beautiful game of FPL. We made it to 10 subscribers in the double digits. I'll remember you when I'm famous. The new goal is now 25, so please continue to like and subscribe to the channel. It's free for you and it's motivation for me. So today we're going to talk about Game Week 27 and my wildcard results so far. Let's see how they get on. Game Week 28 and also the blank Game Week 29. And we're going to also go through a little bit of my chip strategy thoughts beyond that, bench boost and so on. So make sure you continue to smash that like button. Please subscribe and help us achieve that next goal of 25. My name is Joel. Let's get into it. So this is the team 27. This is how we're getting on so far. So it is pretty interesting game week. I mean, basically with the wildcard, I was taking a little bit of a risk getting the Luton players and Bournemouth players in for pretty much thinking ahead for the game week 28 game. And yeah, I mean, so far let's start with NATO. I was really happy that we managed to get a clean sheet with NATO. Obviously heartbroken to see that Areola made a penalty save and also made like literally a million saves in that game. He looked incredible. I mean, actually the saves, I mean, he made a few kind of like, how the heck is he doing that sort of saves? And also there was just a lot of kind of Hail Mary shots as well in that game. So I mean, what a game he's had, and that penalty was a phenomenal save in all fairness. So Everton were struggling. I do think in hindsight, actually, when I think about it, they didn't have Calvert-Lewin playing, so there was a good chance that there could have been a clean sheet, although there wasn't. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to predict when someone does a penalty save, to be fair. So I'm happy with the 8 points that NATO got anyway. Obviously, we're still waiting for Gabriel and Saliba to play their game. I'm literally putting all my hopes to make sure they get a clean sheet on that. I'm absolutely over the moon with Romero. 10 points. I mean, got the goal. Do you know, I was actually kind of really contemplating, Porro or even Destiny Udogie or someone like that who's a little bit more attacking. But I do remember I actually got a goal from Romero at the beginning of the season or earlier in the season. He does have that goal threat as well. So the only problem with Romero is he's just an absolute hothead when it comes to yellow cards and so on. But I took that risk on him. It definitely paid off, which I'm really happy, and we'll have him in the blank game week as well. Tottenham looked pretty good. They had a bad first half, or it wasn't working out for them. But then they really came out the second half, which I was really happy with. So yeah, I'm pinning all my hopes on Saka, the captain, to make sure that this is a good game week, because right now I'm at 48 points. I mean, I was actually had Salah in my wild card, but then when I heard he wasn't starting, I thought I can get ahead of the blank game week, because the original plan was to actually have my wild card and I was going to actually free hit on 29, but then I saw the opportunity to look at how I could actually have a team of 10, which I'll get into later for the next for the blank game week. But I feel like my team is going to be really well set up over the next couple of game weeks, so I've got a solid plan there. But yeah, if Saka comes out with a double, maybe even a brace or a brace and an assist, that would be literally Christmas come early. But yeah, it's all pinning on that game tomorrow, so let's see how that gets on. Right now my rank is taking a huge hit. I was actually sitting at 177,000 or something like that before, and so I've taken quite a big step back. I know it's because of Foden and Watkins, which I don't have, and both of them have absolutely smashed it. I was literally panicking every time I checked the score for the Man United-Man City game. I was over the moon when I saw Man United went 1-0 up, and it was like 50 minutes and it was still 1-0. I thought maybe this could be the week where I get right ahead. I mean, Haaland didn't perform, so at the end of the day, it could really work out. If Saka gets a brace, that will make a huge difference. I know a lot of people have Saka, but not many people have captained him. So if he goes big, this could really support my rank. And I would love to have a green arrow. Obviously, when you're wild carding, you would definitely want to have a green arrow. Although in hindsight, I was thinking that I have to take a few sort of hits in the sense of the caliber of players I'm bringing in to make sure that I've got a good run over the next couple of game weeks as well. So I'm not just thinking green arrow for this game week, I'm really thinking of how am I positioning myself over the next. So my main goal is next game week, I really want a big green arrow to get us into that top 100k. Would be the goal. I'm happy with Son's goal. He hit the post. I mean, he played absolutely amazing as well. He had a few opportunities as well. I'm pretty sure he did an assist to Werner that just absolutely fluffed it. I mean, Werner turned out to have an amazing game, but really that guy has got so many chances. He's like a Darwin Nunez, but almost like 200% worse. And so hopefully he comes out of that bad run of form. I mean, he's got the goal now, so maybe he's got a bit of confidence. But it was great to see Son got the goal. I was over the moon with that because I was getting really frustrated with that game. Maddison as well with the assist. I was hoping for a little bit more from Maddison as well, but Brennan Johnson really got the assists, which I was hoping for Maddison to get. But at the same time, it was I'm glad he got an attacking return at the end of the day. Barkley, I wasn't expecting too much, to be honest. I mean, he's been playing very well for Luton. He's everything's running through him, but it's obviously Luton versus Villa, so I wasn't expecting that much, to be honest. So I'm happy to have him in the team for the next game week. Morris, 8-pointer. I mean, when I saw the double, the brace for Watkins, I was a little bit heartbroken because it was just, actually, it was maybe a little bit of an oversight for myself because Watkins obviously is playing in the blank game week, and I was just thinking, do I want Morris for the double game week? And I'm hoping over this game week and the next game week that he'll score more than Watkins, which then will justify having him in the team, and that's the goal at the end of the day. But I'm really happy he got the 8-pointer at the end of the day. Haaland with the 6 points, which kind of helps me out a little bit because obviously a lot of people went with Haaland for captain, so this will really set Saka up to go big against Sheffield United. I'm hoping for an absolute hammering against Sheffield United, so Saka can really cash in on those points. But yeah, let's just see. I mean, obviously, he got the goal at the end of the day. It was expected, but at least he didn't get a hat-trick against Man United, which I was worried about. Solanke, again, people didn't think he was going to start, but he played pretty much the whole game, which is great because that means he should be able to play the both game weeks coming up, the both games in the next game week. So I'm really happy that he got lots of good minutes in there. Obviously, on the bench, we had Areola, Tavernier, Doughty, and Emerson. I mean, Areola's the obvious one, but I was pretty happy to keep them on the bench. So that's how the game week is playing out so far. All fingers crossed for Arsenal game against Sheffield United. I'm hoping for a big score. Come on, Saka. I'll be an Arsenal fan for tomorrow for sure. Let's have a look at game week 28. So this is what game week 28 is looking like. Now, as you can see underneath the game week 28 banner, the bench boost is active. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking to take full advantage of this game week. Now, a lot of people, I know that what is talked about a lot in the game weeks, with other YouTubers and so on, about the chip strategy is they're looking to bench boost way later into the season, looking at game week 34 or even maybe 37, I believe. But yeah, this one I just feel like everybody's fit, everybody's playing. It makes perfect sense. The bench is looking strong as well, so why not? And I'm quite happy with the team. I've got obviously Neto, Doughty, Tavernier, Barkley, Solanke and Morris all basically going to be playing both of those game weeks because I think due to injuries as well. I mean, Tavernier I think now is solid because I believe it was Semedo and another person who got injured at Bournemouth the last game. So I'm pretty sure Tavernier now is going to be taking a step up into that role where he was playing earlier in the season, where he was a lot more attacking, which is a really good sign for us, especially with 2 home fixtures. So that'll be great. But let's just start off with Neto. I mean, he's been playing phenomenal with the save points, so I'm really happy with that. 2 home fixtures, Gabriel and Saliba, what a duo against Brentford as well. I mean, again, I'm going to be fighting against Tony on that game week, but it's at home at Arsenal. They're an absolute force. Doughty always just seems to get an assist somehow, so I'm really hoping for big things. We've got Saka, Son, Tavernier, Barkley, and Morris, Haaland, and Solanke. I mean, Haaland for obviously playing against Liverpool. He's a big game player. My feeling is that Liverpool are going to take that game. My fear actually is not having Salah in the team because I feel like Salah always steps up against Man City. So usually he gets at least a goal and assist. So That will be something I'm kind of fearing, but I'm hoping with the players we've got in the team, we should be able to outscore that. The captaincy armband is right now on Solanke. I think that will be for a lot of people as well, considering the 2 home fixtures and again considering the 2 teams he's playing. I think it will be a big game week for him, although slightly fighting against myself with the Luton players in my team, but I'm hoping they'll take something from that. On the benches, which is where I'm looking at least, I mean, what do you think? Areola, Burnley, you're hoping for a clean sheet there. Burnley just seem to not be able to score at the moment, so I think there's definitely a chance there. Romero and Maddison on the bench, but obviously we've got the bench boost against Aston Villa. Now I'm pretty sure that is away, which is it'll be an interesting game. That, I mean, obviously Maddison and Son, I think they're linking up really well, especially with Son playing as up front, and yeah, Maddison's basically getting back into form as well. And we've got Emerson against Burnley as well, so Areola, Emerson, double defence for West Ham. I'm really hoping for clean sheets there. Burnley don't look great at the moment, so I'm pretty sure, I'll be hoping for a clean sheet there and also some good save points from Areola. So the game week 28 is looking pretty good. I mean, I've got a full, as it stands, fingers crossed, as it stands, I've got a full 15 players going to be playing on that game week, and we should be getting a big green arrow. So that's the way it looks at the moment, and yeah, fingers crossed that everyone stays fit as well. Let's have a look at game week 29. So the blank game week, so this is basically what the whole point of the wildcard was, to try and make sure that I was positioned for this game week here. Now, at the moment, this is how it looks. I'm basically going to have 10 players out. So basically, I don't think I'm going to push to 11. Right now, this is basically without any hits. So I've done 2 transfers at the moment. So as it stands, we've got Areola in defence, Emerson, Doughty and Romero, which I'm pretty happy with. They're good fixtures. Emerson's got the home fixture, Doughty's got the home fixture, which in his ground at Luton, his crosses, he takes every single free kick, he takes every corner. The pitch is quite thin, so he's constantly in down the wing putting those crosses in. So I'm pretty happy with that. Romero, obviously, again, always has that goal threat as well. I'm bringing in Bowen for Tavernier. That's an obvious one. He's blanking, so obviously it makes sense for Bowen to come in against the home fixture against Villa. I mean, that game, I think there'll be goals in that game, to be honest. So hoping Bowen will be involved. I've got the captaincy armband on Son. I mean, hopefully he'll really come to form in this one. I mean, I'm not actually settled on Son. I could maybe looking at Bowen as well, just depending on how the fixtures go. Tony could also be an option for the captaincy armband as well. So it's just one of those I'm kind of wanting to see how it feels. Maddison and Barkley, again, Barkley with a home fixture against Forest. I do think there's going to be goals in that game because Forest are a very attacking team, and at the Luton ground, there always seems to be fixtures. There always seems to be goals in those games. I mean, they're always playing to the 90th minute and then seem to let a goal in against the best teams to lose the points. But they're always bagging at least 2 or 3 goals. So they're a very hard team to defend against at home because they just know their ground so well. Morris, I mean, I'm hoping again that there'll be injuries that keep him playing, but he has scored, I think it's 5 goals or 4 goals in the last 5 games, so he is in good form, and he does seem an aerial threat as well. He was unlucky to not get 2 goals against Villa. He got that point blank sort of header that just went straight to Martinez, so he was unlucky there. Got obviously the talisman Haaland just there sitting there not doing anything, and then we've got Tony, which is always a threat. Every time I see him play, I always fear that he's going to score because he just is such a threatening player. So he'll be in the team as well. And I'm pretty happy to get 10 players out. I'm pretty happy with that because a lot of people will be free hitting, so they'll be getting 11 players out, but they're not going to get that much of a better team out than this. I mean, obviously, the obvious one is Watkins, but I need to make a decision on that because do I take Haaland out for Watkins to try and get him back in? I'm very unsure on that. Because that is a big call to make, and I'm just probably going to hope because it's away to West Ham that West Ham are going to have a solid game, but it will be a tough one because a lot of people will have like Douglas Luiz Also Watkins with the free hit, but I'm hoping to capitalise on the free hit later in the season when you've got these other double game weeks coming in, so that I can engineer my team towards the first double game week in 34, and then I'm going to do a big free hit on 37. I'll have a look at that as it goes, or I can start engineering my team towards 37 but then free hit on the 34, and that way my team's going to be looking good as well, either and for either game. So that's the kind of the thoughts. That's the way the team's at as well. So hope you like the content. Again, so great to be at 10 subscribers. We're pushing towards 25. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It's free for you, but it's motivation for me. I'll catch you guys at the end of the week as well, just to sort of check in, see how you're getting on. Please drop your thoughts in the comments as well. Any improvements on the channel, I'm always open to have a look, and anything that you've spotted that you think could be useful, we're more than happy to look at it. Cheers guys, catch you next week.